Okay. Hi, Renee.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Good. Thank you for stepping in for me. Okay. Renee and I, stay for a second. Renee and I, come here. Renee and I, she didn't want me to do this, but so hi everybody, it's Dara and Renee from Ask Renee and More with Dara. So if anybody needs some help hand-holding, raw food hand-holding, or just any help about this kind of raw food lifestyle, how to keep yourself away from the doctors and the hospitals, and you hear raw food's good for you and you don't know the first thing about what to do, More with Dara is a site, the link's below, where Renee is womaning the site amazingly, and everybody's so happy with it, and we have a beautiful community. So that's Renee, and she's helping me. We're having Thanksgiving together, so I'm going to do a little recipe. It's going to be a lot of fun, and what I thought I would do this week is make videos showing you how I make stuff up. I'm using simple ingredients that hopefully you can get. I'm not keeping it complicated at all. I'm keeping it extremely easy to show you how quick and easy it is to make a raw food recipe, so you can have a vegan or raw food vegan Thanksgiving, or at least have a dish or two, or have it on any other day, because this is going to be delicious. So I kind of am just using what I have, and this is going to be my, or today's version of a raw pumpkin pie. And it's going to be creamy and hopefully gelatinous and delicious. And I'm going to tell you the ingredients that I have on the table so you can have your list as follows. Okay, so I have coconut oil. I'm going to tell you the crust ingredients first. We have a nut, we have walnuts. These have been soaked and dehydrated. It helps remove the enzymes so you can digest it easier. I hear you texting, Renee. Go in the other room. It's a little distracting. It's so cute. Okay, keeping it raw, keeping it real. I have pecans. I like walnuts, and pecans are oily enough to give it a good texture. And the pecans are a little sweet, so you can just use walnuts, you can just use pecans. I'm using raisins as a binder. I often use dates as well, so it could be a combination of raisins and dates to stick it together. Definitely a pinch of salt, and I like to use a little vanilla and a little bit of cinnamon in my crust. And I thought, you know what, not everybody has a pie dish. So what I did was I took a shallow bowl, like so. Just has enough of a lip so that you could call it, it's not a full bowl, so it's not going to be a pumpkin pie soup. It will be, the shape of the dish that you use will dictate the form. So I found a low bowl. If you have a pie dish, feel free to double this recipe and go ahead and make a full pie. But I am going to probably, what I did here is I put coconut oil at the bottom so that when the crust is in there and we cut it, it easily slides out. So I just rubbed it around. Coconut oil is our version of butter, and it's also better for us because it's antibacterial, antifungal. It's a fat that's easily digested. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with using raw butter. For those of you who do, pasteurized dairy is the problem. Pasteurized dairy clogs our system. A whole nother issue with raw, unpasteurized dairy. For those of you who want it, go for it. Right now we're doing the vegan thing. So I decided to use my little mini food processor to show you that you can make a pumpkin pie for one, or you can make more of it in a larger food processor and make a larger pie. But this just makes it so unassuming to make such a little bit. It's not a whole big deal. So what we've done for the inside of the pie is, I don't use pumpkin. Some people do use pumpkin. And if you use pumpkin, you're going to want something creamy, like maybe an almond milk with it or cashew milk. I'm going to blend up macadamia nuts so that I get some creaminess to the pie a little bit. And then I can have a little macadamia nut cream to like drizzle on top. But my produce of choice for today, and this could change. I mean, you could use a little pumpkin pie pumpkin and peel it and cut it into cubes. As long as it's going in a high-performance blender, a high-performance blender can blend what I'm choosing today, which is sweet potato or yam. So it's finely cut up. Thank you, Renee. Thank you. She's texting. She's not paying attention. Then we have persimmon. Now, this is persimmon season. And the nice thing about persimmons is when you blend them, if I just blended this, it would be so gelatinous that you could put it in a bowl, put it in the refrigerator, take it out, and turn the bowl upside down, you know, put a plate, the persimmon pudding is in the bowl, put the plate on top, turn it over, and really almost have like a flan, like it will almost have that much consistency if you add coconut oil. When you add coconut oil when cold, because it solidifies when cold, will gel things together. So in a pie, I'm choosing to use the persimmons for a gelatinous texture, but to really solidify it, I'm going to use coconut oil. And that will be the inside. I will also use a little bit of vanilla. I can use a pumpkin pie spice, a pinch of salt, and that will be our insides. You have the option of adding chia seeds, provided you're using a high performance blender, because that will also thicken it up. So there are some choices. There's also something known as Irish moss, which I have soaking, and that's going to be a whole nother video. Irish moss is a little more complicated. Irish moss is really good for you. I'm going to make an Irish moss video, but that's not going to be for now. But if you want to get caught up to what I'm going to be doing this week, I'm using the Irish moss flakes for the first time. Renee's showing me how she does that. I'm used to using the Irish moss seaweed. It's seaweed. That aside, we have our crust. I'm going to make the crust first, and then I'll go ahead and make the inside. Or if you want, a good idea is to blend the inside, put it in the refrigerator and see if it gels. And then you could put it into your pie mix. So that's probably what I'm going to do. And what I've already done is I have my macadamia nuts, which I can spill out. This is easy to make macadamia nut cream. If macadamia nuts are too expensive or you can't find them, feel free to use cashews. A cup of cashews, a little bit of water, blend it up, add some vanilla, add some honey, add some dates, whatever your sweetener of choice is, and you'll get a thick, beautiful cream that could be added to anything. A hot drink could be added to a pie, could be, so that's one way to get your creamy texture. So I'm feeling like I want a little bit of that, a little creaminess to it. So, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make the inside first. And I want to say how important, I intend to use all the persimmons. These are 2 large persimmons. It's probably about 3 cups of persimmon. And this will probably make a lot more inside than I need for this. But I will have extra pudding left over, and there's just that's not going to last very long. Can you check to see if it's still on? Okay, so I started a video, and the camera just kept popping off the tripod. That happened 3 times, and I was telling you that there has not been a Thanksgiving that I haven't spent with my mom. It was our holiday. Even after my divorce, it was the one thing in my agreement that I said Thanksgivings would need to be with Jada and my mom. And you can see a video with her in it. I'll post the link below where we made stuffing together. So I'm going to recreate that stuffing that my mother expertly helped me to perfect, and it will be my mama's stuffing recipe. This is a really hard time in the holidays if you've lost somebody you love. Okay, it's really hard, and it's easy to get swept away in the emotions. And the best way that I know how to move through them, besides crying and feeling it and writing, is to do something nice for someone else. You know, to get up and say, I'm going to share myself in some way. So this is part of me sharing, having a beautiful Thanksgiving here instead of New Jersey, and Renee is going to be here, and I hope some of my other loved ones will be here, and Jada and Herbie, and I will recreate the tradition that my mother has given me my whole entire life. And we're all going to benefit, because this is the first time I'm ever going to be making recipes in advance so that you can be prepared, so that you can make your raw vegan Thanksgiving for your family if you choose to do so. So this is kind of my giving back a lot of what my mother has taught me through the years. And instead of wallowing and feeling sad and shutting down, I'm expanding and opening up and sharing my made-up pumpkin pie recipe. So here we go. So the persimmons are the most important part to me right now, and the coconut oil, because the most important part to a pie is making sure that when you cut into it, it just doesn't flop over. If for some reason that happens, it's still going to be delicious. So there are no mistakes. This is a couple tablespoons. And I will blend this with some salt and some pumpkin pie spice. If I get really lucky, I have really good news too. We are starting to put, there will be 20, I think, coming up, I'm not sure exact number, transcribed YouTube video recipes that are now going up on More with Dara. So even for myself, okay, thank you. 20% battery life remaining. Thank you, Renee. I think I might have to plug in. I think that's a very little bit of battery. I might have to, when I go to blend this, I'm going to charge the phone. But basically what happens is, I forget, doesn't matter. I forgot what I was saying. Pumpkin pie, pumpkin pie. And everybody's saying, how could you forget?
More with Dara.
More with Dara is a great site. More with Dara gives you, not just more with me. I do more personal videos there. I'm putting pumpkin pie spice in. I blog. Oh yes, the recipes are all going to, because if I want my mom's stuffing or the stuffing recipe, I have to watch a whole half-hour video just like you guys do, and we don't all have the time to do that, to sit and watch and write it down. So a beautiful angel has done that, and they are going to be appearing on More with Dara. So we have pumpkin pie spice, and we also blogged, my memoirs are on More with Dara about this whole experience that has made me a richer and fuller in spirit person, dealing with this beautiful, beautiful experience of being able to help my mom usher into her next phase wherever she is. And I'm quite sure she is pain-free and happy and loving what I'm doing here. So we have, she had an excellent palette. You'll see when she does the stuffing, she knows exactly what to add. So now we have the coconut oil, pumpkin pie spice. I put a little bit of salt in, and it's the persimmon. The sweet potato will give it a thickness and a hardiness, so I will be adding that. And I'll adjust it as I go. If it doesn't taste good coming straight out of the Vitamix, it's not going to taste good in a nut crust. So you have to make sure that it's got that Moorish factor, that you actually just want to eat it as it is. And if it's good like that, it'll be good in here. So I'm going to shut this off now and blend up and charge up.
Oh.
Oh my God, we're on. Can you go in? I need to set the light real quick. And you can, yeah, because it gets lighter if I do this. Okay, so tell them, you just tried it.
It was so good.
She goes, wow.
I'm ready for Thanksgiving.
Wow. Okay, so what I did was, I have to tell them, can you hand me the craft?
Yeah.
I was anti using chia seeds for some stubborn reason, and I'm okay with what I did. So I want to tell you what I did. I added 7 to 9 dates. Okay, so 7 to 9 dates is going to give it the sweetness, and there's a nice flavor to the medjool dates. Might have been 9 dates. I added vanilla. Vanilla really helps. I added nutmeg and the pumpkin pie spice, and I wanted to explain to you about I forgot to tell you the difference between the persimmons. These are easy to find, they're easier to use, okay? These are the fuyu. These are hachia. Hachia are pointy at the bottom, and you cannot eat these until they feel like a water balloon, or your mouth will be so chalky. So these are the most delicious things ever, but we didn't use that. We used the flat bottom, eat like an apple, fuyu. It was like 2 or 3 of these. You gotta just feel it out. You gotta feel how. I added 5 tablespoons of coconut oil because I know when coconut oil goes in the refrigerator, it's gonna get hard, and I'd love this to slice like a pie. If it doesn't, we're gonna be happy anyway because it tastes so good.
So good.
Right? I'm gonna give you another spoon so they can hear you going, oh my God.
It was so good.
I'm gonna get here, look at this. I mean, it's like pumpkin pie. You don't even need the crust. You could drizzle some macadamia nut cream on top and be really happy. This tastes like Thanksgiving. So if you don't want any nuts, This is a nut-free recipe. I never added the macadamia nuts. Here you go, my friend.
Thank you.
My sister. So, this is already cheering me up. You see, when you do something creative and express yourself, you don't sit moping around. Okay, my mom would like it. Okay, so now the exciting thing is that this is really thick. This is totally like not moving, and so I'm pretty confident that this will totally solidify in my pie. So now I'm going to, you love it? Oh my gosh. So what we're going to do is we're going to have another little video where Herbie comes up for some pie. Herbie and Renee are going to have pie and they can talk and chat. But I wanted to get serious with this recipe because ever since my mom got sick and I was in New Jersey, all of these videos have been about love and life and lifestyle and some food thrown in. And I had this thing like where I was like, I'm making a lot of salad. I eat a lot of salad. You know, that's just to turn on the camera and show you what I'm eating is easy, but I know that people want recipes. I had a dream that people wanted recipes, and the next day under a comment somebody said, can you make more than salad? So here I am. Isn't that funny? Can you make something besides salad? What a good idea. I do make other things besides salad sometimes. But I believe in eating one really big salad every day, okay? Or blending it up into a soup. So let's not forget to get our greens on. So now I have, it's about a cup of pecans. I'm going for the pecans today. I'm feeling the pecans. I'm going to do a cup of the walnuts. Pecans is the proper way.
Depends where you live in the United States.
Pecan sounds prettier. Okay, so we have a cup of walnuts, a cup of pecans, and we have, I'm going to use a handful of raisins. This might be a lot for this little jigger, my little mini food, but I'm going to try 2 handfuls of raisins, and I think I will add dates, not sure. And in here also goes vanilla. Vanilla does something to help it taste like a graham cracker crust. I don't know why, but it just does. And certainly a little cinnamon. I'm loving that pumpkin pie. It looks like pumpkin pie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now we'll see how we can, the raisins or the dates are what's going to stick together this mixture. And this is a lot of work for this little thing here, but it can do it. Now, okay, so all of the nuts are ground really fine, which is wonderful. It's not sticking together. Now, I have medjool dates that are a little more aged than my other fresher ones. If your dates are not totally moist, then you can soak them in water. Remove the water. You can save the water. You don't have to throw it out. It can be used for things. But soft dates are but not a lot of water. You don't really want to have water in your crust. I don't. So these dates seem fine here. I'm going to break them up into little bits to make it easier. I think I'll chop it. So, what am I going to do? Do you guys want to know what I'm making for Thanksgiving? Obviously pumpkin pie. I'm going to make, Herbie has a dish that he's always loved. It's like this cranberry walnut pineapple dish. And I'm going to do a non-gelatin canned pineapple version. Like back in the day, they just opened cans of cranberry, opened cans of pineapple, put some walnuts in. But we're not going to do something like that. We're going to do something live and totally healthy. So that will be something that will make Herbie happy. We will have stuffing. We will have a mashed potato. And so I want you to stay tuned this week because that's what I'm going to be doing. That's my Thanksgiving pledge over here. And certainly, what else would be fun? I think those are, we're obviously not going to do a turkey.
That bread, too, maybe?
Well, yes, it'd be nice to come up with a bread. And what I did last year, 2 years ago, which was really nice, everybody loved it, was I made You know, Thanksgiving is also a day where people watch football. And when people watch football, they like to have chips and dip. It's nice to have a guacamole. It's nice to have chips. It's nice to have a sour cream and onion dip. So I will do that as well. Have some crunchy snacky foods. Okay. I don't know. I probably have about 6 dates in here. And this is good. And what else, Renee? Did I forget anything? No?
Salt? Did you put salt or no?
I didn't.
Okay.
I remembered to ask you what I forgot. That's what I did. The crust should be sweet and salty. That really makes a difference to me. Himalayan salt, not iodized salt ever. Ever, ever. Okay, here we go. How do you know? How do you know? How do you know when it's done? I'll tell you how you know when it's done. You hold it in your hand and you squeeze it together. And if it sticks like it just did, it's perfect. So this one's actually a little crumbly. So I'm going to add some more raisins. It's close. If I chop up the raisins, it's another handful. So far what, it's been 4 handfuls of raisins, a little more. Please don't be shy about making it up on your own, and you really can't make any mistakes because the ingredients are so gorgeous. And don't be apologetic about your food either. When you serve it, just say, it's good, it tastes good, it's wonderful. Don't serve something and say, oh, I'm so embarrassed, it's not the right consistency, or if I had only done the blah, blah, blah. All somebody needs to know that it was made with love, and it's the most delicious, beautiful, organic ingredients. And if it turns into a soup with a crumble or a pudding with a crumble instead of a pie, it's okay. It's still going to be delicious. But this is going to be pie. It's going to be pie. Pumpkin pie. This is the best way to get non-raw foodists or non-vegans to say, wait a minute, I could do that. If I can eat this, I could do that. Okay, the machine is done. We're done. Okay, so now it's really quite wonderful, and we have the point is of this, why are we eating this way? Why not just buy store-bought pumpkin pie? Well, the pumpkin probably isn't organic. It's been cooked and it's been put in an aluminum can, so you're getting heavy metal toxicity. And they use oils in there, which are really not good for our body at all. Clog our cells, clog our arteries, so that causes heart and brain and just organ issues. So while it's easy to open up a can, I understand the premise of that. It just takes a little more time to peel a sweet potato and cut up some persimmons. If you don't have persimmons, what would I say? I would say use pumpkin, use the pumpkin and sweet potato, and use coconut oil and add chia seeds to get it gelatinous. That's what I would say. But anyway, you know that everything you're doing here is pure. and living food and whole food as it's intended. And so things in cans that can sit on shelves for years are not really what we want to do if it can be avoided, which I'm showing you that it can. It's very, very, I have been talking to my mom for, okay, we're down to a low battery, but really, I want to keep you guys out having fun. I want everybody to feel as good as they could possibly feel, and this is the way to do it. And so this is love. I mean, making this kind of food is making love for your family, and that's how I feel about it. And I've done this every Thanksgiving for the past 8 years. Herbie caught on. Herbie is now, you know, just getting younger by the day. You're going to see him in a little bit, and it's just amazing. And so he is enabling himself to have the best quality of life as possible. That's why we eat raw food. That's why we eat whole, organic food, so that we can stay healthy. Okay, so our kidneys can function, and our lungs can function, and our blood flows, and our energy flows, and we have the vitality to live life. Because at some point, the bad foods, the aluminum canned foods, the cooked foods with the bad oils, they will register in our bodies, and they will cause dis-ease. Okay, we will be very uncomfortable and end up going to someone who says, I can fix that with a pill. And then the pill they give you to fix that hurts something else. And then the pill they give you to fix that something else hurts something else, until your body has so many toxins in it, it's extra work to detoxify. So I'm hoping to get this message out so that we can prevent. We can reverse symptoms. And we can prevent. So this is really exciting. I'm almost done. I hope the battery's still. I'm just pressing this in gently. And I'm going to pour spatula in. I didn't even get to the macadamia nut cream. I don't even know if it's necessary, but I might do that when I shut the camera and recharge again. And we just kind of do this.
It's probably not even necessary, but
no, we probably don't even need it. It's so
yeah.
gorgeous. Like, you don't even need a cream on top. It's just so not necessary. So, thank you, Renee. I love comments from my beautiful peanut gallery. Why did they even say that from the peanut gallery? What is that? Okay, so. And I just want to say that Thanksgiving is for being grateful. So I'm really just so incredibly grateful that I know how to do this. I'm so grateful that I get to share how to do this. And
wow. That's so good.
It's so good. You and Herbie are going to eat it. We're all going to have some. I'm making a chaga mushroom brew because it helps with stress, you know. It can help you with sadness or stress or anxiety or whatever might happen around the holidays. Let's just not have that happen this year, okay? When you start to get stressed, just do something nice for someone else. You know, do something creative, express yourself, write something, paint something, write somebody a letter, you know? Do something to cheer somebody else's day. Okay, this is like, wow. Pretty. Oh, you know, it's really, they like to make it flat on top, right? Pumpkin pies are flat on top. So you know how you do that? You take an offset spatula, which is like a special little tool, which you may or may not have, so don't stress if you don't have it. But I probably put mine in my other drawer, so I don't have it handy. So I'm going to show you how to use a knife, because you may not have an offset spatula. Yeah? Let me just flatten it out. And be careful not to get the pumpkin pie on the... And also another way, like that, you kind of drop it down. And anyway, we're not going to be too fussy right now because we're running out of battery, but we're going to come back and we're going to chill this in the refrigerator, and we're going to come back and have some with our chaga mushroom brew. Get your pumpkin pie on, and I'll see you in a little bit.
I mean, I loved it. I haven't even tried the pie altogether, just the components.
What I got was okay?
Come on in, Herbie. You did
Oh,
great.
oh,
Was that
yeah.
we're on camera. Was that the first time you drove to Whole Foods by yourself?
No.
Oh. Okay, so we have our pie. We have to do the chaga. I made a chaga brew, chaga dandy blend, because the pie is sweet enough. So the chaga brew, chaga mushroom, helps you relieve stress. So we have a nice, and I added dandy blend to make it taste like coffee. And we have, I made the macadamia nut cream. And the really cool thing about this is that I used the macadamia nuts. I used a little bit of agave, which I normally do not do, but I figure for a dollop on a pie, it's okay. And the reason I used it is that it won't turn the white cream brown, and I wanted the cream to be white. Then I added a little bit of ginger juice. You can buy ginger juice from this company, the Ginger People. It's organic pressed ginger juice. And so it's a surprise little flavor. And now I'm going to call in Renee and Herbie, and they can chat while I am serving the hot brew. How do you guys feel about coming in? Or you want to come in? Yeah, cool. And Herbie, you're going to talk and tell them how great you feel because you're getting younger by the day. He's over 3 months. 3 months. He's 4 months. Organic, vegan, some cooked, all organic, all vegan. Go for it.
Okay.
Well, all I know is I tried the different components already of the pie, and it tastes just like cooked. To me, it tastes like cooked, non-vegan pumpkin pie. And it's amazing already. I mean, I know it's going to be good altogether.
It looks good. That's what counts. Yes, it's been 4 months, and people are telling me I'm looking younger day by day, but more important, I feel good, and very good. In fact, Dara was instrumental in me meeting with a physical trainer.
Hi, True. Oh, and yeah, True. Her name is.
True.
Right. No, it's actually her name is Trudy, but True is her nickname, and seemed to be a very wonderful person who's dedicated to her work. And this coming week on Tuesday and Thursday for 45 minutes each session, we're going to get started in making sure my muscles get built up a little. And
Awesome.
I have to say thank you to all you people who said such sweet things on the Facebook and wherever. It's very nice to hear, and it's always good to have the extended family send so much good wishes as well as love. Mm-hmm. And I appreciate it, and it's so good to hear.
Squeeze in tighter.
Okay.
You can find Herbert Fisher on Facebook, and he's going to learn how to use it. So if you haven't seen him being active on Facebook, it's about to change. Renee started teaching him. You're the wise owl, Herbie. I know it's a weird cup.
Woo woo.
So we have. If you could reach me a spoon, Renee, because I'm gonna.
It's Herbert Fisher. I thought it was
Herbert. Well, we call him
Herbie.
Herbie, but I'm sorry. You're right. It is under Herbie
It is.
Fisher.
Okay.
It's Herbie Fisher. Herbie. So Herbie, look, I made you pumpkin pie.
My mouth is watering. It's just
the
about.
first piece is always the hardest to get out. So I need a spoon.
It doesn't affect the taste, though.
I'm going to do the first piece for myself because the first piece is always in any pie. I would probably recommend putting this in the freezer to get it a little harder.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's okay. It's still going to
Sounds
taste
right.
delicious. And it's definitely a little bit on the soft side, but what do you think? You think I'm going to be able to do it?
My mouth is watering already.
I should just give you a spoon. You could eat right out of the bowl.
Well, listen, California is a great state. The weather is here in Venice
I want my offset
is
spatula.
super. but more important, I have one of the best chefs in America living on top of me. And it's just a real pleasure. And
So what you were saying about Trudy? Is it Trudy, right?
yes.
True. She calls herself True.
Oh, True.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
no,
she was impressed with what you can do already.
yes, she was, but like anyone else, I'm not 100% up to my ability or capability, and even though my weight is in the best category now for my age, and my memory is still... What's the matter?
The sound's not on.
Oh, the mic.
Oh.
I've got to start over. It was being plugged
Then
in.
I said.
You're on now.
Okay.
Kirby's in the house. Renee's in the house.
Okay. I don't know what was on the sound, but all I
You
can
were
see-
saying that you've been organic vegan,
Right.
some cooked, but mostly raw for 4 months, and you're working out with a trainer named True.
No, I'm starting. I was
starting.
evaluated this week,
Hold on, I'm going to give you.
and two 45-minute sessions, one on Tuesday, one on Thursday of this coming week. I'm looking forward to it, and
And she was surprised at how agile and how spry you are.
she even said something about whether I did a lot of dancing,
Oh.
and that reminded me.
Really? Because you are a dancer. You're
Well,
such a good dancer.
She could tell.
When I was in the singles world, I was dating this dance teacher,
Sorry, Renee.
and we had a.
For you. I like the bamboo forks better.
Oh, okay.
No, we only have spoons. I don't know where the forks are, so we'll just use the middle. Okay.
Thank
So
you.
basically now we're having. Do you need to go on about the dating world?
No, not really.
Okay. Okay.
To be continued some
Well,
other time.
Some other time.
Yeah.
But because we're
When I'm
both,
sober.
he's been having a lot of ginger noni shots and they're making him crazy. So we're toasting to adapting to this beautiful life
Yes.
and
Super.
being grateful for my beautiful loved ones
Yeah.
who are here with me now.
Yes.
In presence and in spirit.
All right.
Yes.
Cheers.
Exactly. Cheers.
And I'm anxious for you guys to
Yeah.
try your pie.
I will, but I wanted to let people know even before I tried it, I know how good it's going to be. But the fact I'm in a very unique position that living above me is one of the finest chefs in America as well as an angel.
Oh.
Oh, thank you. I'm one of the finest, fastest chefs.
Yeah.
I'm a fast one.
Yeah.
And I was telling...
Cheers.
Yes, cheers. I was telling Karina, and I want to say hi because I have a mom, my daughter's grandma, Marilyn. I am so excited you joined More with Dara, and I'm so excited that you're so into raw food, and I hope we get to have time in the kitchen together. So I want to send you big love to my Boca mom. And
I
a
want to
lot
say
of
hello.
love.
I
And
want to say
Papa
hello to
Jack.
Marilyn and Jack,
Yes.
and thank you for that wonderful comment.
Yes. So there's a lot of love right here, and what do you think?
That's so good. Oh my God. Yes.
The only thing missing is the unsweetened almond milk.
You want almond milk?
Eventually,
We can. Oh, that would be nice. A cold glass of almond milk.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one.
unsweetened, and
This is good.
very good.
In the freezer, it would chill a little bit more, right?
Right.
Okay.
We
I'm not
wait
going to
there.
eat this in the freezer. No,
But it doesn't bum you out that it's a little soft, does it?
no.
No, me neither.
The taste is terrific.
We
And
couldn't wait.
it's another wonderful piece of food that's made with LOVE.
Yes, that's the whole point. I think that's really a big thing about eating this way. Is paying attention. When you went to go purchase the ingredients at Whole Foods, he went to do it with love for us, to come back, to bring us what we needed. And then we did it with love to share with you guys. And so all of that gets infused into the food. If you haven't, watch Like Water for Chocolate. If you haven't, watch the movie Chocolat. watch movies that have to do with food and emotion and the things that, you know, my friend Acela, who was here, was talking about. In her Mexican lineage, the women passed a lot of their stories and the richness of the culture into the food.
Right.
That's true.
And so that's
and
why
there's a difference in the taste. You taste it when you eat that.
Yes.
Yeah.
You do.
And the same thing here. If I bought this at a restaurant,
it wouldn't taste the same.
No, it wouldn't.
No.
I know it wouldn't.
Well, there's something when someone individually creates it for their family, friends, neighbors, or whatever.
Right.
That the love comes through.
Yes.
And as well as the energy. And when someone's doing something commercially, it's a whole new, different mental attitude, I think.
Yeah,
I think it's very true.
And I'm enjoying it. And I don't know if I'm getting any younger, but I feel good.
I think you look a lot younger, Herbie. I don't think they can see because they're too far away. But to see the sheen to his skin, that's hydration.
It doesn't matter whether I'm getting younger. It's the idea of feeling just about better every day, and waking up. Gee, what am I going to accomplish today? What fun and good things can I do? And
that's the right attitude. Yeah. That's the right attitude.
That's the right attitude. Yeah. I knew this was going to make Herbie happy. Like, I was like, you know, he missed making videos and seeing you guys, and I, you know, was feeling a little down. And when I thought about making this, knowing Renee would love it and Herbie would love it, and that we would get to do this, it literally cheered me up because I did it. So that's why I was saying, if you start to feel a little down, think about Herbie. Think about his philosophy in life to just move forward and right.
What am I going to accomplish today? Yeah.
And
I think he likes it.
Awesome.
I'm going to make sure she doesn't have to wash the plate.
You do the dishes. Anyway, so we wanted to share this. This is the beginning of our Thanksgiving. We're starting already. This is going to be...
That's a misnomer in the sense that every day is Thanksgiving.
That's true.
We should give thanks because we have so much to appreciate that it's only when you have some kind of failure in terms of, or a bump in the road, whatever you want to call it, that you really... Unfortunately, we've been taking a lot of good things for granted, and you shouldn't. And one of the ways you do that is really to be thankful and show it in the extra warmth of your love for your family, your neighbors, friends, business associates, and I find that it makes me feel better, you know, to feel like this.
So this Al cup is really helping you, huh? Give us the wisdom.
Cheers.
All right, so we're good. This is the first part of our Thanksgiving gratitude recipe making. Perhaps next time it will come out a little firmer, but I'm going to put this in the freezer. We're going to see the next slice is going to cut. Never apologize for your food. Serve it with love because that's how it will be received. And enjoy, everybody.
Yes. And I'm sure we'll have time to wish you a happy and healthy Thanksgiving, but in the way, as I said before, every day is a Thanksgiving day. Love you guys.
Awesome.